I was just about to upload this video and I realized I never actually spoke about my 75 soft challenge. Like, I talked around it, but I didn't explain what I was doing or why I wanted to start this, so I thought I would include it now. I kind of just wanted a challenge to reset my life, reset my habits, and just give me something to motivate me day to day. I feel like I'm pretty good at doing kind of what I need to do, but in terms of going above and beyond, I don't really do that. So I thought this was a fun challenge. I guess needed some inspiration going past like January. I was keen to get back on the horse and I guess find that motivation within myself. So I decided to do 75 soft, but I made up my own rules, and then I also inspired my husband to do it. He's doing it alongside me and he's also made up his own rules, so we're kind of just motivating one another, which is really helpful. But I wanted to show you my rules. I have written these down on my scrapbooking paper and they're up in my bedroom next to my like tracker, so I can peel off my little things every day, which is very satisfying, and I'm thoroughly enjoying that process. For my rules, I started off with 2 liters of water every day. I'm pretty good with water. I do love an ice cold water, but sometimes I just need a little bit of motivation to get there. 8,000 steps. I typically hit that without issue, but I do work from home 3 days a week and I'm a pretty cozy person. I would prefer to be on the couch reading a book than doing anything. So sometimes I struggle to hit that. So I thought 8,000 was a reasonable goal that wasn't, pushing me too hard that I'd be spending hours on the treadmill, but it was a goal that I could achieve with just a little bit more effort on some days. Next was 4 strength workouts per week. I've been following the Kick strength program and I'm really loving it, and 4 is like a really good number for me. I can do that 3 times a week when I work from home and then once on the weekend, which is like a nice balance. I'm still having some rest days, but I am pushing myself in my strength, which has been really rewarding. And then I have a few phone related rules. So I have no phone for the first and last hour of the day. This was the biggest game changer for me. I am someone who just used to wake up, grab my phone and scroll to like open up my eyes, and similar at night. I would have my book, but I would get distracted and go on my phone, and then it would be 12 o'clock and I'm going to sleep, and that's not really sustainable for me. So having a rule of no phone first and last hour of the day has been really helpful and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Similar to that, I also have a 45-minute social media limit per day. So I've got this set up on my phone that my social media apps lock after half an hour, and then I have to manually unlock them if I want to scroll more. That's been really good because it kind of just stops me from automatically scrolling and searching for that dopamine, turn my mind onto other things. I'm not falling into the same habit of just scrolling all the time. And then prioritizing my reading over my phone, which I have been doing probably too well sometimes. I also had a goal to post 3 times weekly, just because I have always wanted to do social media and I do it, but then I get nervous. So I've made it part of my goals, so I have to do it. Otherwise I don't get to peel my numbers off and that makes me sad. And then my other 2 was just take my daily vitamins, which I do every day just to help my body, and eat a high protein breakfast because I'm not someone who typically eats breakfast. So yeah, those are my goals and I'm excited to share this 75 soft journey with you. Good morning, friends, and welcome to day 1 of 75 soft. It is it's 9:45 now, so I've already done quite a lot this morning. We woke up, we tried to get up early, failed a little bit, but still got up early, took the dog for a walk, which is a really nice way to start the day. And then I ended up doing a gym session. I'm not normally a gym session in the morning kind of girl, but I had the time today, so I thought I would get it done. And then did that, came home, washed my hair. I was in dire need, so I did a full wash, shave, exfoliate. It was lovely. And then logged on to work. I work from home on Mondays and then a couple more days throughout the week, but almost always Mondays. And I've just been working away, but I am ravenous for some breakfast. I am not normally a breakfast person. I almost always forget, but something about the gym, and I don't know, we ate early last night, so I'm just starving and I need to make some food. One of my goals for 75 soft is to have a higher protein breakfast. I have PCOS and I'm on certain medications that kind of need a higher protein breakfast, and it's also good for you. The problem is a lot of the things that you can have for higher protein, like eggs, I don't like, so I'm trying to incorporate more processed protein. It's not my favorite, but I'm hoping this will be good for my body overall. I just got this yesterday. I don't know if it's any good, but I'm sure it can't be. I'm hoping it can't be bad, but who knows. So I'm just gonna make a really quick protein shake. I'm gonna add some more ingredients to it. I don't just like protein shakes and milk. They fill me up, but they don't make me feel very good. So I'm trying to add some more things in there. I'm gonna add in some raspberries or some Greek yogurt, which has a little bit of protein. It's also good calcium. And then I've also been adding cottage cheese as like a source of decent fat and also a little bit of protein, just a little bit. And then the powder. Oh, the little scoop's got a little home. That's a bit cute. Is also gonna add a few chia seeds for good fiber. This is delicious. I'm quite happy with that. I feel like this might become a hyperfixation and really easy as well, so that's good. Not tracking calories or counting macros or anything like that. I just know that that's not the healthiest decision for me. I know that it works for some people and I'm really happy for that, but it just is not the right call for me. I'll get way too obsessive and just not eat in a way that's good for myself or my mental health. So I typically don't track calories, but like I said when I was making the smoothie, I'm kind of just trying to work on not increasing, but being more mindful about the food that I'm taking in, making sure that it's as nutritious as possible. Specifically for breakfast, I am focusing on higher protein, but then my meals and snacks throughout the day, I'm also focused on just overall nutrition. So that's protein and carbs and fats, healthy fats, and just making sure they feel really balanced and really good for me and my body and how it makes me feel. So far I've spotted Alex Earl, Jessica Alba and Pedro Pascal in the middle. Lady Gaga! This is cool. We're back. I'm on my lunch break now, so I've got an hour to kind of do whatever I want to do. I was saying earlier, I've prepped some chicken, so it's been marinating in a container in the fridge overnight. So I think I'm gonna go and barbecue that because it's my favorite way to eat chicken. And then I've got that ready for my meals this week. I'm just brushing out my hair after the wash. My hair still looks really thick, but I feel like I'm losing so much hair lately. I started using the Redken Acidic Bonding Concentrate range, so the shampoo, the conditioner and the leave-in, and I do think it is working. My hair still doesn't feel like silky soft, but I am trying. My main goal was hair loss, so I bought that range and those 3 products a couple months ago, and they're definitely working with my hair. I then also just have to put in like dandruff shampoo maybe once a week, but I am still losing a lot of hair, and I think that's mostly because of the medication I'm on, but overall I think my hair has been pretty healthy. And when I go to sleep, I've been using this Kerastase Genesis Anti-Fall Serum on my scalp. I'm not using the full dose because it's 4 pipettes for a full dose, and it just seems like a lot on my hair. I already have oily hair, like in general, just from living and working out and being an oily person. So I don't really want to add that much oil back into my scalp, but I do want to stop losing hair. I do like 1/4 to 1/2 of the dose depending on when I'm washing my hair. I actually got that Kerastase serum from Mecca. I went in a couple weeks ago and I got that wasn't the door closing, the dog has come in the room. You'll see her tail in a second. Come on, hey Bill. Come on, up you go. Hello. But I got my makeup done at Mecca because I got a voucher for my birthday, which was so nice. It was such a fun experience. I didn't get it done for anything. I booked it on a Sunday afternoon when I had no plans, which was probably a silly idea, but I just kind of wanted to go in and understand more about my face shape and my skin tone and the colors that would suit me, because I feel like my makeup hasn't really been hitting lately. And it was actually so good. And a bit of a hot tip, if you book a makeup lesson or a facial or any of the services at Mecca, you get to claim that entire money, like you get to claim the cost of the appointment on products, which was so cool. So you effectively got your makeup done for free. And I really liked how she did my makeup, so I ended up buying everything. One of them was obviously the Kerastase serum, but I got a few other fun things as well. I got the NARS, what is this? The Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in Oslo. I've never had a NARS foundation before, but I was really excited. Evidently, I'm a cool toned skin person. I always thought I was warm toned, I think because I have like warmer freckles and orange hair. I always thought that was warm tone, but she was adamant that I was cool tone. And that the foundation actually looked really good on my skin. It just looked like my skin but better, which is kind of, I guess, what you want. I feel like my foundations previously have made me look ghastly pale because I am a pale person, but I have a lot of redness. But I really liked that. And I got the Mecca Max Life Proof Translucent Loose Setting Powder. Then my favorite find of the day was this. This is the RMS Beauty, what are you called? Maiden's Blush. So it's a powder, it's a hydrated powder blush in the shade Maiden's Blush. And it's this like gorgeousy, almost copper color. And she used this as bronzer and blush on me. She did put a little bit of extra blush on top. I really liked this color. I thought it was so pretty and suited my skin really well. So I've only been wearing this on my cheeks. Got a new eyebrow pencil. This is the Mecca Max Brow Guru in Fair. The Mecca Max Shadow Stick in Cool Bronze. And then, because we're going back to 2016 apparently, I got the Mecca Max IMAX Light eyeliner in Wake Up Call. It's like a skin tone color that she used to tight line my bottom lash line, and I really liked how that looked. And I got the Morphe Signature Lip Pencil in Bubble Bath. We had tried the Charlotte Tilbury in Fair, which I did like, but again, it was just expensive. So I got this one. It's a really good pencil. It is actually the color of my lips, so I can overline my lips and I don't look crazy, which is important. And then last but not least, I got the Too Faced Ribbon Wrapped Lash in black. It's 5, I've just finished work. I'm up here on my balcony in my egg chair with a little puppy. I can feel the impact of screens on my brain. I already have a bit of a headache, so I'm just gonna sit out here in the cool, fresh air, read some book. I'm reading Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. I'm about halfway through now and I'm enjoying it. It's pretty good. The romance has just become something which is quite fun, but yeah, I'm just going to enjoy some fresh air. It's really cloudy today. It's not super windy, but it's a little bit windy, and just sit here analog style, no screens, and just enjoy the day. We're back in the kitchen in the horrible lighting, but it is what it is. I've done almost all of my goals for 75 soft. I just need to do a few more steps, so I'm just gonna walk around the apartment to get them done. But I've done everything else and I'm really proud of myself. I'm gonna get an early bed. I've just got some banana bread baking in the oven. I just needed a nice for me activity, and we had some bananas that were going bad, so banana bread it is. But the last thing I need to do is take all of my vitamins. Now I feel like I'm not very good at taking vitamins every day. I take a weekly medicine at the moment, but I really want to make sure I'm taking care of myself in the best way possible. So I'm going to have them all now. And they're also, I also cheat a little bit and I get gummy vitamins because then it feels Good morning everyone. I'm out for a walk this morning with the dog. It is Thursday now. I haven't filmed anything for the last few days because I've been in office and it takes up most of my energy, so I've just been working. I went to the gym last night just to get my steps in, but we have successfully completed 3 days of 75 hard, which is a great feeling and I'm really proud of us. I am excited to keep going. Today I'm trying to get so many things done on my to-do list, so it'll be a very productive day. Still working obviously, but in my lunch break trying to do everything that I can. And yeah, just for now enjoying my podcast and the sun and getting some movement in with my pup. It is just gone 6:30 and I'm on my way to the pharmacy. We've got like 4,000 steps left today, so I'm walking there, gonna get some medication, have a look around because it's Chemist Warehouse, and then walk home, and that should get me my step goal for the day, which is good. But yeah, it's a nice day. It's a bit windy, but also a bit muggy, so hopefully I don't get too sweaty. To Coles because I need to get some bits to make Sam's valentines little thing. I'm making him a loaf cake that looks kind of like this, so I think I'm just going to get a cake mix because I can't really be bothered. I need to get some eggs and I've got butter, so that's fine. Yes, we're going to do chocolate and then top it with some melted chocolate because that's what he used to have as a kid, and then if he likes it. And then we need to discuss that movie because it was a lot. And now we bake. It's not a super big present, obviously. We're not big present people, but I think you'll really like it. I have just finished the cake, so I think I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm just gonna try and style my hair kind of just so it's got some movement and texture tomorrow. I blew it out this afternoon because I washed my hair at lunchtime, so she's looking pretty smooth. She is drastically thin now, like that's all my hair, and it used to be so much thicker, but I'm just losing hair like you wouldn't believe at the moment. But it's okay, we're not going to be too negative because it's just hair. It'll come back. Actually, I will do my hair treatment. But like I was saying, I just finished the cake, so I'll show you that tomorrow. But I just finished, well, before the cake actually, I went and saw Wuthering Heights with a friend, and I have thoughts. I think, what are my thoughts? The movie was well done. I think the director is very good at what she does, but it was a strange movie, which I think I expected. I watched Saltburn when that came out, and it's the same director and same production company as well. So I kind of knew it wasn't going to be typical, and I know I read Wuthering Heights in high school, but I haven't read it since, and I know it's not a love story, it's more of a tragedy. That film was weird, man. That was strange. They were interesting characters and not the nicest storyline. I don't even know how to describe it. I feel like if you've seen it, you'll understand. But like, I felt empathy for Heathcliff, and you could tell that they'd both been abused, which is not good. If the pets are fighting in the background, I'm just gonna ignore them. Which is obviously horrible, and no person deserves that, but God, they were just toxic and strange and manipulative, and like, there wasn't a normal character in that film. Not a single one. I didn't film much yesterday. I just had a really bad day. I was telling someone that I couldn't identify the reason, but I just was so upset and so down and blue and critical of myself, and I just couldn't figure out why. Like, I wasn't necessarily doing anything wrong. Nothing had happened that made me feel down, really. And I just couldn't figure it out. And I woke up this morning and I was still kind of not feeling the best. So I did my morning walk, and I worked this morning. I went to the gym at lunchtime, which was fine. Not the best, but not the worst. And then I came home and I had a shower, washed my hair. So I felt fine, but still like kind of off. And then it was maybe 3 o'clock, and I just sat up from my chair. I was like, I got my period. And that is the whole reason that I was upset. Literally the minute I felt myself getting my period, I sat up and was like, yep, instantly better. As soon as she came, which is annoying because I wasn't expecting her yet, but I suppose she makes herself known when she wants to be, which is fine.